When I see a dead skunk in the middle of the road, I think of my father. I know. It's not what you think. He did not have bad body odor which can peel the glaze off a clay pot, although his peppy few infidelities caused my mother to divorce him and left a melodious stink on my family for years. No, I have happy dead skunk memories. Back to the time my father picked me up from the Albuquerque airport, or he drove me from the art galleries of Santa Fe because he was a potter. In any event, we were in New Mexico, driving down this desert highway along this tall mountain when we passed a dead skunk in the middle of the road. I mean, that dead skunk was perfectly lined up from head to tail with a stripe down the middle of the road. It was as if the road had a stripe, skunk, stripe, and kept going without missing a stripe. I gagged under the water, turned to my father and said, "Hey, Dad, what are the odds of that? That dead skunk was perfectly lined up the stripe in the middle of the road." My father turned to me and said, "I guess that skunk gave us all to improve highway safety." My visits to my father increased in frequency with the years. When you know your father is going to die, you can bury the hatchet without burying the hatchet in his head. During one visit, his stepdaughter, her husband, and 2 small children were moving into a new house, and he asked us to assemble the bed in the master bedroom. Now, there are 3 reasons why I felt uncomfortable assembling a bed with my father. S-E-X, sex. S is for screwdriver, because we're assembling this bed and we have to screw the slats under the mattress into place. So we're passing my Swiss Army knife back and forth, and we're calling to one another. "Is it screwed in tight on your side?" "No." "Is it screwed in tight on yours?" Screw is a word I felt uncomfortable using around my father in any context. E is for entrance, because when you are assembling a bed for a young couple, you naturally think about their entrance into various body orifices after we finish assembling the bed. I prefer not to think about sex in my father's presence. That's like watching porn together. And X is for ex-wife, my mother, who, when she returned from a visit to her mother in Texas, sniffed the house and said, "Trash always leaves a trail. It's like a scent that goes from the bedroom to the bathroom. There's been another woman in my house." My father and I never talked about the divorce. So there we are, S-E-X, and we're putting this bed together. I'm complaining that I'm wasting my whole Saturday putting this bed together. And I'm thinking thoughts of doing what I think. And then a thought occurred to me. When was the last time you assembled anything with your father? My parents divorced when I was 6, and I never had an opportunity to assemble anything with my father. Not a kite, nor a bike. Not a birdhouse, nor a doghouse. Assembling the bed took on a whole new meaning. We were spending quality time together. My father was up there in years, and he really should not be assembling this bed, but together we did it. 2 bald black men. And I realized I will never have this opportunity again. So celebrate it. Celebrate the small moments, the in-between moments, the moments you choose to ignore that embarrass you. Because when your loved ones are gone, it will be these small moments you celebrate and remember. My father died of prostate cancer 3 years later. And as painful as this loss is to me, I smile whenever I see a dead skunk, not in the middle of the road. I say, as my father sat beside me, "That dead skunk's a little too far over to the left. That dead skunk's a little too far over to the right. That dead skunk is across the road instead of right up the stripe down the middle." Now, I'm not going to pick up a dead skunk on the side of the road and put it down the middle just to end my search. And I'm not going to run over a skunk at the precise moment it crosses the middle of the road. No, I'm going to keep searching. One day, on that highway to heaven, I'm going to find that dead skunk with the stripes lined up in the middle of the road, and I'm going to look at the heaven and say, "Hey, Dad, what are the odds of that?" Thank you. Now, come to still at the Marsh Theater, see more details.
Wait, go ahead and tell them.
Yes. Yeah. We have an upcoming story show, solo performance at the Marsh Theater on Monday night at the Marsh, of the story of the Black Cat. Just need more details.
What date?
It's going to be on July 14th and 20th.
Cool.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Sorry, I have to get by Baruch.